Hello, and welcome to this lecture. We are learning OpenShift for the absolute beginners, and in this lecture, we will look at build triggers in much detail. In the previous demo, we initiated a build manually, but that's not really continuous integration. We would like the builds to trigger automatically when we make a change to our application code. For that to happen, OpenShift needs to know whenever a change is made to the code. So when a developer updates the code repository needs to send a message to OpenShift notifying it of the new events. On receiving this notification, OpenShift will automatically trigger a new build, where it pulls the code and builds a Docker image out of it, and then deploy the new version of the application to make the changes accessible to users. Once this is set up, every time a developer makes a change to the application code, it is automatically built and deployed in the target environment without any manual intervention. So how do we get the code repository to send that message to OpenShift? That is done using webhooks. A webhook is an event notification technique that sends an HTTP post request to a predefined URL when an event occurs, such as a code change in this case. Most code repositories, such as GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket, comes with built-in support for webhooks. For example, in GitHub, the settings page of a code repository has a section for webhooks. Place the target URL of OpenShift where the notification needs to be sent to. But what URL do you use there? You can find the URL in the Build Configuration page on OpenShift. Under the Configuration tab, look for the GitHub webhook URL. Simply copy that and place it into the payload URL on GitHub. And that's it. However, you need to make sure that GitHub is able to access OpenShift using this IP address in the URL. If you are using public GitHub and OpenShift on private network, this will most likely not work. Both instances should be in a network accessible to each other. In the demo, we will see this using an instance of GitLab hosted locally. Let us take a quick demo of setting up basic CI/CD using build triggers and webhooks.